Nothing to be done.
I'm beginning to come around to that opinion. All my life, I've tried to put it from me, saying, Vladimir, be reasonable. You haven't yet tried everything. And I resumed the struggle. So there you are again.
Am I?
I'm glad to see you back. I thought you were gone forever.
Me too.
Together again, at last. We'll have to celebrate this. But how? Get up till I embrace you.
Not now, not now.
May one inquire where His Highness spent the night?
In a ditch.
A ditch? Where?
Over there.
And they didn't beat you?
Beat me? Certainly they beat me.
The same lot as usual?
Same? I don't know.
When I think of it, all these years, but for me, where would you be? You'd be nothing more than a little heap of bones at the present minute, no doubt about it.
And what of it?
It's too much for one man. On the other hand, what's the good losing heart now? That's what I say. We should have thought of it 1,000,000 years ago, in the 90s.
Stop blathering. Help me off with this damn thing, will you?
Hand in hand from the top of the Eiffel Tower, among the first. We were respectable in those days. Now it's too late. They wouldn't even let us up. What are you doing?
Taking off my shoe. Didn't that ever happen to you?
Shoes must be taken off every day. I'm tired telling you that. Now, why don't you listen to me?
Help me.
It hurts?
Hurts. He wants to know if it hurts.
No one ever suffers but you. I don't count. I'd like to hear what you'd say if you had what I have.
It hurts?
Hurts. He wants to know if it hurts.
You might button it up all the same.
True. Never neglect the little things of life.
But what do you expect? You always wait to the last moment.
The last moment. C'est long, mais ce sera bon. Hope deferred maketh thee something sick. Who said that?
Why don't you help me?
Sometimes I feel it coming all the same, and then I go all peculiar. How shall I say? Relieved, and at the same time, appalled. Appalled. Funny. Nothing to be done. Well?
Nothing.
Show.
There's nothing to show.
Try and put it on again.
I better air it for a bit.
There's man all over for you, blaming on his shoes the faults of his feet. This is getting alarming. One of the thieves was saved. It's a reasonable percentage. Gogo.
What?
Suppose we repented.
Repented what?
Oh, we wouldn't have to go into the details.
Our being born?
One daren't even laugh anymore. Merely smile. It's not the same thing. Gogo.
What is it?
Did you ever read the Bible?
Bible? I may have taken a look at it.
Do you remember the Gospels?
I remember the maps of the Holy Land. Colored they were. Very pretty. The Dead Sea was pale blue. Made me thirsty just to look at it. That's where we'll go, I used to say. That's where we'll go on our honeymoon. We'll swim. We'll be happy.
You should have been a poet.
I was. Can't you tell?
Where was I? How's your foot?
Swelling.
Oh, yes. The two thieves. Do you remember the story?
No.
Shall I tell it to you?
No.
It'll pass the time. Two thieves crucified at the same time as our Savior.
What?
Our Savior. Two thieves. One is supposed to have been saved, and the other, Damned.
Safe from what?
From hell.
I'm going.
And yet, how is it? This isn't boring you, I hope.
I'm not listening.
How is it that of the 4 evangelists, only one speaks of a thief being saved? The 4 of them were there or thereabouts, and yet only one speaks of a thief being saved. Come on, Gogo, return the ball once in a while. Can't you?
Oh, I find this entrancing.
1 out of 4. Of the other 3, 2 don't mention any thieves at all, and the 3rd says that both of them abused him.
Who?
What?
What's this all about? Abused who?
The Savior.
Why?
Because he wouldn't save them.
From hell?
Imbecile. From death.
I thought you said hell.
From death. From death.
Well, what of it?
Well, then the 2 of them must have been damned.
And why not?
But 1 of the 4 says 1 of the 2 was saved.
Well, they don't agree, and that's all there is to it.
But all 4 were there, and yet only 1 speaks of a thief being saved. Why believe him rather than the others?
Who believes them?
Everybody. It's the only version they know.
People are stupid, ignorant sheep. Charming spot. Inspiring prospects. Let's go.
We can't.
Why not?
We're waiting for Godot.
Ah. Are you sure it was here?
What?
We were to wait.
He said by the tree. Do you see any others?
What is it?
I don't know. A willow?
Where are the leaves?
It must be dead.
No more weeping.
Or perhaps it's not the season.
Looks to me more like a bush.
A shrub.
A bush!
What are you insinuating? That we've come to the wrong place?
He should be here.
He didn't say for sure he'd come.
And if he doesn't come?
We'll come back tomorrow.
And the day after
Possibly.
tomorrow. And so on.
The point is...
Until he comes.
You're merciless.
We came here yesterday.
Oh, no. There, you're mistaken.
What did we do yesterday?
What did we do yesterday?
Yes.
Nothing is certain when you're about.
In my opinion, we were here.
You recognize the place?
I didn't say that.
Well...
It makes no difference.
All the same, that tree, that bog.
Are you sure it was this evening?
What?
We were to wait.
He said Saturday. I think.
You think?
I must have made a note of it.
But what's Saturday? And is today Saturday? Isn't it rather Sunday? Or Monday? Or Friday?
Oh, it's not possible.
Or Thursday?
What'll we do?
If he came yesterday and we weren't here, you may be sure he wouldn't come again today.
But you said we were here yesterday.
I may be mistaken. Let's stop talking for a minute. Do you mind?
All right. Gogo. Gogo!
I was asleep. Why will you never let me sleep?
I felt lonely.
I had a dream.
Don't tell me.
I was dreaming.
Don't tell me!
This one is enough for you? It's not nice of you, Didi. Who am I to tell my private nightmares to if I can't tell them to you?
Let them remain private. You know I can't bear that.
There are times when I wonder if it wouldn't be better if we parted.
You wouldn't go far.
That would be too bad, really too bad. Wouldn't it, Didi, be really too bad? When you think of the beauty of the way and the goodness of the wayfarers, wouldn't it, Didi?
Calm yourself.
Calm, calm. The English say calm. Do you know the story of the Englishman in the brothel?
Yes.
Tell it to me.
Oh, stop it.
An Englishman, having drunk a little more than usual, proceeds to a brothel. The board asks him if he wants a fair one, a dark one, or a red-haired one. Go on.
Oh, stop it.
Oh. You wanted to speak to me? There's something you wanted to say to me? Didi.
I have nothing to say to you.
No, you're angry. Forgive me. Come, Didi, give me your hand. Embrace me. Don't be stubborn. You stink of garlic.
It's for the kidneys. Well, what do we do now?
Wait.
Yes, but while waiting.
What about hanging ourselves?
Moyen de bonté. Yes, with all that follows. Where it falls, mandrakes grow. That's why they shriek when you pull them up. You didn't know that?
Let's hang ourselves immediately.
From that bough? I wouldn't trust it.
We could always try.
Go ahead.
After you.
No, you first.
Why me?
You're lighter than I am.
Ah, just so.
I don't understand.
Use your intelligence, can't you?
I remain in the dark.
It's like this. If the bow... Now, the bow would... Use your head, can't you?
You're my only hope.
Gogo light. Bow, not break. Gogo dead. Didi heavy. Bow break. Didi alone. Whereas...
I hadn't thought of that.
If it hangs you, it'll hang anything.
But am I heavier than you?
So you tell me, I don't know. There's an even chance, or nearly.
What'll we do?
Let's do anything. It's safer.
Let's wait and see what he says.
Who?
Godot.
It's a good idea.
Let's wait till we know exactly how we stand.
On the other hand, it might be better to strike the iron before it freezes.
I'm curious to hear what he has to offer. Then we'll take it or leave it.
What exactly did we ask him for?
Weren't you there?
I can't have been listening.
Oh, nothing very definite.
A kind of prayer.
Precisely.
A vague supplication.
Exactly.
And what did he reply?
That he'd see.
That he couldn't promise anything.
That he'd have to think it over.
In the quiet of his home.
Consult his family.
His friends.
His lawyers.
His clients.
His books.
His bank accounts.
Before taking a decision.
It's the normal thing.
Is it not?
I think it is.
I think so, too.
And we?
I beg your pardon?
I said, and we?
I don't understand.
Where do we come in?
Come in?
Take your time.
Come in? On our hands and knees.
As bad as that?
Your worship wishes to assert his prerogatives?
We've no rights anymore?
You'd make me laugh if it wasn't prohibited.
We lost our rights?
We got rid of them.
We're not tied. We're not... Listen. I hear nothing.
Nor I.
You gave me a fright.
I thought it was he.
Who?
Godot.
The wind in the reeds.
I could have sworn I heard shouts.
And why would he shout?
At his horse.
Oh, let's go.
Where?
Oh.
Oh, perhaps tonight we'll sleep in his house. In the hay, warm and dry. Our bellies full. That's worth waiting for, isn't it?
Not all night.
It's still day.
I'm hungry.
Do you want a turnip?
Is that all there is?
I might have a carrot.
Give me a carrot. It's a turnip.
Oh, I beg your pardon. I could have sworn that was a carrot. Turnips, turnips, turnips. All that's turnips. You must have eaten the last. Oh, wait. There, dear fellow. Now, make it last. That's the end of them.
I asked you a question. Did you answer me?
How's the carrot?
It's a carrot.
So much the better. So much the better. Oh, what was it you wanted to know?
I forgot. That's what annoys me. I'll never forget this carrot. Ah, now I remember.
Well,
You're not tied.
I can't understand a word you're saying.
I was asking you if we were tied.
Tight?
Tied!
How do you mean tied?
Down.
But to whom? By whom?
To your man.
To Godot? Tied to Godot? What an idea. No question of it, for the moment.
His name is Godot.
I think so.
Fancy that. My. Funny. The more you eat, the worse it gets.
With me, it's just the opposite.
In other words,
I get used to the muck as I go along.
is that the opposite?
It's a question of temperament.
Of character.
Nothing you can do about it.
No use struggling.
One is what one is.
No use wriggling.
The essential doesn't change.
Nothing to be done. Like to finish it? Back!
Let me go.
Stay where you are.
Careful, he's wicked. With strangers.
Is that him?
Who? Godot?
I present myself. Pozzo!
Not at all.
He said Godot.
Not at all.
You're not Mr. Godot, sir?
I am Pozzo. Pozzo! Does that name mean nothing to you? I said, does that name mean nothing to you?
Pozzo?
Pozzo? Pozzo?
Pozzo!
Pozzo! Let me see.
Is it Pozzo or Bozzo?
Pozzo! No, I'm afraid. I don't think
I once knew a family called Guzzo. The mother was a madam.
We're not from these parts, sir.
You are human beings, nonetheless. As far as one can see. Of the same species as myself. Of the same species as Pozzo, made in God's image.
Well, you see...
Who is Godot?
Godot?
You took me for Godot.
Well...
Oh, no, sir. Not for
Who
an
is he?
instant, sir. Oh, he's a kind of acquaintance.
Nothing of the kind. We hardly know him.
Oh, true, we don't know him very well, but all the same.
Personally, I wouldn't know him if I saw him.
You took me for him.
Well, that is to say, you understand. The strain and waiting. I must confess, I imagined
Waiting? So you were waiting for him?
Well, you see...
Here on my land?
We didn't intend any harm.
We meant well.
The road is free to all.
That's how we looked at it.
It's a disgrace, but there you are.
Nothing you can do about it.
Let's say no more about it, huh? A pig. Every time he drops, he falls asleep. Up, Paul! Back! Stop! Turn! Gentlemen, I'm happy to have met you. Yes, sincerely happy. The road seems long when one journeys all alone for... Yes. 6 hours, that's right. 6 hours on end and never a soul in sight. Blanket. Touch of autumn in the air this evening, huh? Whip. Yes, gentlemen, I cannot go for long without the company of my likes, even when the likeness is an imperfect one. Stool! Closer! Back! Further! Stop! That is why, with your permission, I propose to dally with you a moment before I venture any further. Basket! Fresh air stimulates the jaded appetite. Basket! Further, he stinks. Happy days.
Huh? What ails him?
He looks tired.
Well, why doesn't he put down his bags?
How would I know? Careful.
Say something to him.
Look.
What?
His neck.
I don't see anything.
Here.
Oh, I say.
A running sore.
It's the rope.
It's the rubbing.
It's the knot.
It's the chafing.
It's inevitable.
He's not bad looking.
Would you say so?
A trifle effeminate.
Oh, look at the slobber.
Perhaps he's a half-wit.
It's not certain.
He's panting.
Looks like his last gasp to me.
It's not certain. Ask him a question.
Would that be a good thing?
What do we risk?
Mister?
Louder.
Mister!
Leave him in peace, can't you see? He wants to rest. Basket! Back! What can you expect? It's not his job. It's better.
Please, sir.
What is it, my good man?
You're finished with... You won't be needing the bones, sir.
You couldn't have waited.
No, he does well to ask. Do I need the bones? No, personally, I don't need them anymore. But, in theory, the bones go to the carrier. He's therefore the one to ask. Go on, don't be afraid. Ask him, he'll tell you.
Mister? Excuse me, mister.
You're being spoken to, pig. Reply. Try him again.
Mister, the bones. You won't be wanting the bones, mister?
Mister. Reply. Do you want them or don't you? They're yours. I don't like it. I've never known him to refuse a bone before. Nice business it'll be if you fell sick on me.
It's a scandal.
Are you alluding to anything in particular?
I think that to treat a man like that, a human being? No, it's a scandal.
A disgrace.
You are severe. What age are you, if it isn't an indiscreet question? 60? 70? What age would you say he was?
11.
Oh, I'm impertinent. But I must be getting along. Thank you for your company. Unless I smoke another pipe before I go. What do you say? Oh, I'm only a small smoker, a very small smoker. I'm not in the habit of smoking two pipes, one on top of the other. It makes my heart go pitter-pitter-pat. It's the nicotine. One absorbs it in spite of one's precautions. You know how it is. Perhaps you do not smoke? Yes? No? Oh, it's of no importance. But how am I to sit down now without affectation, now that I've risen, without appearing to, how shall I say, without appearing to, falter? I beg your pardon? Perhaps you did not speak? Oh, it's of no importance. Let me see.
That's better.
Let's go.
So soon?
One moment. Stool. More. There. Done it.
Let's go.
I hope I'm not driving you away. Wait a little longer, you will never regret it.
Oh, we're in no hurry.
The second pipe is never so sweet as the first. But it's sweet just the same.
I'm going.
You can no longer endure my presence. Think twice before you do anything rash. Suppose you leave now while it is still day. For there is no denying it is still day. Good. What happens in that case? Oh, I'm out. In that case, what happens in that case to your appointment with this, Godot? Godot? Godin? Anyhow, you see who I mean, who has your future in his hands. At least your immediate future.
Who told you?
He speaks to me again. If this goes on much longer, we'll soon be old friends.
Why doesn't he put down his bags?
I, too, would be happy to meet him. The more people I meet, the happier I become. From the meanest creature, one departs wiser, richer, more conscious of one's blessings. Even you, who knows, will have added to my store.
Why doesn't he put down his bags?
But that would surprise me.
You're being asked a question.
A question? Who? What? A moment ago you were calling me sir in fear and trembling. Now you ask me questions? No good will come of this.
What?
I think he's listening.
What?
You can ask him now. He's on the alert.
Ask him what?
Why he doesn't put down his bags.
I wonder.
Ask him, can't you?
You want to know why he doesn't put down his bags, as you call them?
That's it.
You're sure you agree with that?
He's puffing like a walrus.
The answer is this.
Please.
But stay still, I beg of you. You're making me nervous.
Come here.
Huh?
He's about to speak.
Oh.
Good. Is everybody ready? Is everybody looking at me? Will you look at me, pig? Good. I'm ready. Is everybody listening? Is everybody ready? Hard. I don't like talking in a vacuum. Good. Let me see.
Oh, I'm going.
What was it exactly you wanted to know?
Why?
Don't interrupt me.
Why
If
doesn't-
we all speak at once, we'll never get anywhere. What was I saying?
Why
What was
doesn't-
I saying?
Bags. Why? Always hold. Never put down.
Why? Oh, why couldn't you have said so before? Why he doesn't make himself comfortable? Let's try and get this clear. Has he not the right to? Certainly he has. It follows that he doesn't want to. There is reasoning for you. And why doesn't he want to? Gentlemen, the reason is this.
Make a note of this.
He wants to impress me, so that I'll keep him.
What?
Perhaps I haven't got that quite right. He wants to mollify me, so that I give up the idea of parting with him. No, that's not exactly it either.
You want to get rid of him?
He wants to card me, but he won't.
You want to get rid of him?
He imagines that when I see how well he carries, I'll be tempted to keep him on in that capacity.
You've had enough of them?
In reality, he carries like a pig. It's not his job.
You want to get rid of him?
He imagines that when I see him indefatigable, I'll regret my decision. Such is his miserable scheme. As though I were short of slaves. Atlas, son of Jupiter. Well, that's that, I think. Anything else?
You want to get rid of him?
Note that I might just as well have been in his shoes and he in mine, if chance had not willed otherwise. To each one his due.
You agree?
I beg your pardon?
You want to get rid of him?
I do. But instead of driving him away as I might have done, instead of simply kicking him out on his arse, in the goodness of my heart, I'm bringing him to the fair when I hope to get a good price for him. The truth is you can't drive such creatures away. The best thing would be to kill them.
Oh, he's crying.
Old dogs have more dignity. Comfort him since you pity him. Come on, wipe away his tears. He'll feel less forsaken.
Here, give me the handkerchief. I'll do it.
No.
Make haste before he stops. Hanky!
Oh, the brute, he crippled me.
I told you he didn't like strangers.
Show. He's bleeding.
It's a good sign.
I'll never walk again.
I'll carry you, if necessary.
He stopped crying. You have replaced him, as it were. The tears of the world are a constant quantity. For each one who begins to weep, somewhere else, another stops. The same is true of the laugh. Let us not then speak ill of our generation. It is not any unhappier than its predecessors. Let us not speak well of it either. Let us not speak of it at all. It is true the population has increased.
Gogo,
Ah,
try and walk.
ooh, ooh.
Yes, who taught me all these beautiful things? My lucky.
Will night never come?
But for him, all my thoughts, all my feelings would have been of common things. Professional worries, beauty, grace, truth of the first water. I knew they were all beyond me. So I took a knook.
A Canuck.
Yes, this was nearly 60 years ago. Yes, nearly 60.
60 years.
You wouldn't think of it to look at me, would you? Compared to him, I look like a young man, no? Hat! Now look. Did you see?
What is a Canuck?
Oh, I see what it is. You're not from these parts. You are not even from this century. In the old days, one had clowns. Now one has Canucks. That is to say, those who can afford them.
And now you send him away? Such an old and faithful servant?
Swine?
After having sucked all the good out of him, you toss him aside like a banana peel. Really?
Really?
Oh, I can't bear it any longer. Oh, you have no idea the way he goes on. I'm going mad. He must go. I can't bear it any longer.
He can't bear it.
Any longer?
He's going mad.
It's terrible.
How dare you? It's abominable to treat him like that. Such a good master. After all these years, to crucify him. Really?
He used to be so kind, so helpful, so entertaining. My good angel, and now... now he's killing me.
Does he want to get rid of him?
What?
Does he want somebody to take his place or not?
I don't know.
What?
I don't think so.
Ask him.
Gentlemen, I don't know what came over me. Forgive me. Forget all I said. I can't remember what it was, but you can be sure there wasn't a word of truth in it. Do I look like a man that can be made to suffer? Frankly? What have I done with my pipe? What can I have done with my briar?
Charming evening we're having.
Unforgettable.
And it's not over.
Apparently not.
It's just beginning.
No, it's awful.
It's worse than the pantomime.
The circus.
The music hall.
The circus.
You haven't seen my briar!
He's a pill. He's lost his Dunhill.
I'll be right back.
Down the hall, first door to the left.
Save my seat.
Oh, you didn't by any chance see my, Oh, he's gone. Without saying goodbye? He might have waited.
He would have burst.
Oh, of course, in that case, then.
Come here.
What for?
You'll find out.
Do you want me to get up?
Quick, quick. Look.
Oh, I say.
Oh. Encore, encore. It's all over. Oh, you should have been here. You missed a treat.
He's not pleased. He subsides. Indeed, all subsides. A great calm descends. Listen. And sleep.
Will night never come?
You don't feel like going until it does.
Well, you see.
I see. It's very natural, very natural. I myself, in your situation, if I had an appointment with a Godet, Godot, Godin, Anyhow, you see who I mean. I would wait till it was black night before I gave up. I would very much like to sit down, but I don't quite know how to go about it.
Could I be of any help?
If you ask me, perhaps.
What?
If you ask me to sit down.
Would that be a help?
Seems to me it would.
Here we go. Be seated, sir, I beg of you.
No, I wouldn't think of it. Ask me again.
Oh, come, sir. Take a seat, I beseech you. You'll get pneumonia.
You really think so?
It's absolutely certain.
No doubt you're right. Done it again. Thank you, dear fellow. But I must be getting along if I'm to observe my schedule.
Time has stopped.
Don't you believe it, sir? Don't you believe it? Whatever you like, but not that.
Everything seems black to him today.
Except the firmament. But I see what it is. You are not from these parts. You don't know what our twilights can do. Shall I tell you? I can't refuse you. A little more attention, if you please. What's the matter with this whip? Worn out, this whip? What was I saying?
Let's go. But to take the weight off your feet, sir, I implore you. You'll catch your death.
True. What is your name?
Adam.
Ah, yes, the night. But be a little more attentive for pity's sake. Otherwise we'll never get anywhere. Look. Will you look at the sky, pig? Good. That's enough. What is there so extraordinary about it? Glass sky. It is pale and luminous like any sky at this hour of the day in these latitudes, when the weather is fine. An hour ago, roughly, after having poured forth ever since, say, 10 o'clock in the morning, tirelessly torrents of red and white light, it begins to lose its effulgence, to grow pale, ever a little paler, until finished. It comes to rest. But, behind this veil of gentleness and peace, night is charging and will burst upon us like that, just when we least expect it. That's how it is on this bitch of an earth.
So long as one knows.
One can bide one's time.
One knows what to expect.
No further need to worry.
Simply wait.
We're used to it.
Well, how did you find me? Good? Fair? Middling? Poor? Positively bad?
Oh, very good. Very, very good.
And you, sir?
Oh, très bon. Très bon.
Oh, bless you, gentlemen, bless you. I have such need of encouragement. I weakened a little towards the end. You didn't notice?
Oh, perhaps a teeny-weeny little bit.
I thought it was intentional.
You see, my memory is defective.
In the meantime, nothing happens.
You find it tedious?
Somewhat.
And you, sir?
I've been better entertained.
Gentlemen, you've been civil to me. Civil.
Oh,
civil.
not at all.
Oh, what an idea!
Yes, you've been correct. So that I asked myself, is there anything I can do in my turn for these honest fellows who are having such a dull time?
Even 10 francs would be a help.
We're not beggars.
Is there anything I can do? That's what I asked myself, to cheer them up. I've given them bones. I've talked to them about this and that. I've explained the twilight, admittedly. But is it enough? That's what tortures me. Is it enough?
Even 5.
That's enough.
I couldn't accept less.
Is it enough? No doubt. But I'm liberal. It's my nature this evening. So much the worse for me, for I shall suffer, no doubt about that. What do you prefer? Shall we have him dance or sing or recite or think or...
Ooh,
Who? You know how to think, you two?
he thinks?
Certainly. Aloud. He even used to think very prettily once. I could listen to him for hours. Now. So much the worse for me. Well, would you like him to think something for us?
I'd rather have him dance. It'd be more fun.
Not necessarily.
Wouldn't it, Didi, be more fun?
I'd like well to hear him think.
Well, maybe he can dance first and think afterwards. If that isn't too much to ask of him.
Would that be possible?
By all means, nothing simpler. It's the natural order.
Then let him dance.
You hear, Hog?
He never refuses.
He refused once. Stew! Dance, misery!
Is that all?
Encore!
I could do as well myself. With a little practice.
He used to dance the farandole, the fling, the brawl, the jig, the fandango, and even the hornpipe. He capered for joy. Now that's the best he can do. You know what he calls it?
The scapegoat's agony.
The hard stool?
The net. He thinks he's entangled in a net.
There's something about it.
In a minute, he'll tell us there's not a word of truth in anything he says.
You're about to say something.
Let me see.
Nothing,
I'm tired.
nothing happens. Nobody comes. Nobody goes. It's awful.
Tell him to think.
Give him his hat.
His hat.
He can't think without his hat.
Give him his hat.
Me? After what he did to me? Never.
I'll give it to him.
Tell him to get it himself.
It's better to give it to him.
I'll give it to him.
You must put it on his head.
Tell him to take it.
It's better to put it on his head.
I'll put it on his head.
Well, what is he waiting for?
Stand back! Think, pig! Stop! Forward. Stop! Think!
On the other hand, with regard to the other hand, in spite of it so far,
Stop! Back! Stop! Turn! Now think. Really.
Given the existence as uttered forth in the public works of Puncher and Watman of a personal god, quack, 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 with white beard, outside time without extension, who from the heights of divine apathia, divine athambia, divine aphasia, loves us dearly with some exceptions, for reasons unknown, but time will tell, and suffers like the divine Miranda with those who for reasons unknown, but time will tell, are plunged in torment, plunged in fire, whose fire flames, if that continues, and who can doubt it will fire the firmament, that is to say, blast hell to heaven so blue, still and calm, so calm with a calm which is no intermittent, it's better than something, but not so fast. And considering what is more, that as a result of the labors left unfinished, crowned by the Academy of Anthropometry, Vesey and Posse, of Tissue and Kasznar, it is established beyond all doubt, or rather doubt than that which clings to the labors of men, that as a result of the labors unfinished of Tissue and Kasznar, it is established but not so fast. For reasons unknown, that as a result of the public works of Puncher and Watman, it is established beyond all doubt that in view of the labors of Popoff and Belcher, left unfinished for reasons unknown of Tissue and Kasznar, left unfinished, it is established what many deny, that man in Posse of Tissue and Kasznar, that man in Essay, that man in short, that man in brief, in spite of the strides of alimentation and defecation, waste and pines, waste and pines.
Oh,
No.
Here.
And concurrently, simultaneously, what is more, for reasons unknown in spite of the strides of physical culture, the practice of sports such as tennis, football, running, cycling, swimming, flying, floating, riding, gliding, canoeing, emoji, skating, tennis of all kinds, dying, flying, sports of all sorts, autumn, summer, winter tennis of all kinds, hockey of all sorts, penicillin and succeeding. In a word, I resume flying, gliding, golf over 9 and 18 holes, tennis of all sorts. In a word, for reasons unknown in Beckham, Fulham, Clapham. Namely, concurrently, simultaneously, what is more, for reasons unknown, but time will tell, fades away. I resume Fulham, Clapham. In a word, the dead loss per head since the death of Bishop Berkeley, being to the tune of 1 inch, 4 ounce per head approximately, by and large more or less to the nearest decimal. Good measure, round figures, stuck naked in the stocking feet in Connemara. In a word, for reasons unknown, no matter what matter, the facts are there. And considering what is more, much more grave, that in the light of the labours lost of Steinweg and Peterman, it appears what is more, much more grave, that in the light of the labours lost of Steinweg and Peterman, that in the plains, in the mountains, by the seas, by the rivers running water, running fire, the air is the same, and then the earth, namely the air and then the earth, in the great cold, the great dark, the air and the earth, about of stones in the great cold, alas, in the year of their Lord 600 and something, the air, the earth, the sea, the earth, about of stones in the great deeps, the great cold, on sea, on land, and in the air.
Oh.
I resume.
There's more?
For reasons unknown in spite of the tennis, the facts are there, but time will tell. I resume. Alas. On, in short and fine, on, a boat of stones. Who can doubt it? I resume, but not so fast. I resume. The skull, fading.
Stop it.
Fading. And concurrently, simultaneously, what is more, for reasons unknown in spite of the tennis. On, the beer, the flames, the tears, the stones, so blue, so carbon, that's on, the skull, got a mark, spite of the tennis. The labors abandoned, left unfinished, grave, but still, about of stones in a word. I resume, alas, abandoned, unfinished, the skull, got a mark, spite of the tennis. The skull, alas, the stones cannot tennis. The stones, so calm, cannot.
His hat!
Unfinished.
Avenged.
Give me that hat. There's an end to his thinking.
But will he be able to walk?
Walk or crawl. Up, pig!
Maybe he's dead.
You'll kill him.
Up, scum! Help me.
How?
Raise him up.
Ooh, he's doing it on purpose.
You must hold him. Come on, raise him up.
Oh, the hell with him.
Come on, once more.
What does he take us for?
Don't let him go. Don't move. Hold him tight. Don't let him go. Hold him tight. Now you can let him go. Forward. Back. Stop. Done it. He can walk. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, and let me wish you. What have I done with my watch? A genuine half-hunter, gentlemen, with deadbeat escapement. 'Twas my grandpa who gave it to me. Well, isn't that just too...
Maybe it's in your pocket.
Well, surely one could hear the tick, tick, tick. I hear nothing. Come here. Which one of us smells so bad?
He has stinking breath, and I have stinking feet.
I must go.
And you're half-hunter?
I must have left it at the manor.
Then adieu.
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 And thank you.
Thank you.
Not at all.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Adieu.
I don't seem to be able to depart.
C'est la vie.
You're going the wrong way.
I need a running start. Stand back. On. Faster. On. Stool.
Allez.
Allez. Adieu.
Adieu. That passed the time.
It would have passed anyway.
Yes, but not so rapidly.
What'll we do now?
I don't know.
Let's go.
We can't.
Why not?
We're waiting for Godot. How they've changed.
Who?
Those two.
That's the idea. Let's make a little conversation.
Haven't they?
What?
Changed?
Very likely. They all change, only we can't.
Likely. It's certain. Didn't you see them?
I suppose I did, but I don't know them.
Yes, you do know them.
No, I don't know them.
We know them, I tell you. You forget everything. Unless they're not the same.
Why didn't they recognize us then?
That means nothing. I, too, pretended not to recognize them. And then nobody ever recognizes us.
Oh, forget it. What we need is... Oh, Didi.
Unless they're not the same.
It's the other foot.
Unless they're not the same.
Oh. Off we go again.
Approach, my child.
Mr. Albert?
Yes?
What do you want?
Approach.
Approach when you're told, can't you?
What is it?
Mr. Godot.
Obviously. Approach.
Will you approach? What kept you so late?
You have a message from Mr. Godot?
Yes, sir.
Well, what is it?
What kept you so late?
Let him alone.
You let me alone. Do you know what time it is?
It's not my fault, sir.
Then whose fault is it? Mine?
But I was afraid, sir.
Afraid of what? Us? Answer me.
I know what it is. He was afraid of the others.
How long have you been here?
A good while, sir.
You're afraid of the whip,
Yes, sir.
the roars,
Yes, sir.
the two big men.
Yes, sir.
Do you know them?
No, sir.
Are you a native of these parts? Do you belong to these parts?
Yes, sir.
That's all a pack of lies. Tell me the truth.
But it is
Tell me
true,
the
sir.
truth.
Let him alone. What's the matter with you? What's the matter with you?
I'm unhappy.
Not really. Since when?
I'd forgotten.
Extraordinary the tricks that memory plays.
Please. Please.
Well,
Mr. Godot.
I've seen you before, haven't I?
I don't know, sir.
You don't know me?
No, sir.
It wasn't you came yesterday?
No, sir.
This is your first time?
Yes, sir.
Words, words. Speak.
Mr. Godot told me to tell you that he won't come this evening. But surely tomorrow.
Is that all?
Yes, sir.
Do you work for Mr. Godot?
Yes, sir.
What do you do?
I mind the goat, sir.
Is he good to you?
Yes, sir.
He doesn't beat you.
No, sir, not me.
Whom does he beat?
He beats my brother, sir.
Ah, you have a brother.
Yes, sir.
What does he do?
He minds the sheep, sir.
And why doesn't he beat you?
I don't know, sir.
He must be fond of you.
I don't know, sir.
Does he give you enough to eat? I say, does he feed you well?
Fairly well, sir.
And you're not unhappy? Do you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Well,
I don't know, sir.
you don't know if you're unhappy or not?
No, sir.
You're as bad as myself. Where do you sleep?
In the loft, sir.
With your brother?
Yes, sir.
In the hay?
Yes, sir.
All right. You may go.
What am I to tell Mr. Godot, sir?
Tell him that you saw us. You did see us, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
At last. What are you doing?
Same as you, looking at the moon. Pale for weariness.
Eh?
Of climbing heaven and gazing on the likes of us.
Your shoes. What are you doing with your shoes?
I'm leaving them there. Another will come just as me, but with smaller feet. And they'll make them happy.
You can't go barefoot.
Christ did.
Christ? What's Christ got to do with it? You're not going to compare yourself to Christ.
And all my life I've compared myself to him.
Yes, but where he lived, it was warm, it was dry.
Yes. And they crucified quick.
We've nothing more to do here now.
Nor anywhere else.
Now, Gogo, don't go on like that. Tomorrow, everything will be better.
How do you make that out?
Didn't you hear what the child said?
No.
He said that Mr. Godot was sure to come tomorrow. Now, what do you say to that?
Then all we have to do is wait on here.
Are you mad? We must take cover. Come on.
Pity we haven't got a bit of rope.
It's cold. Come on.
Remind me to bring a bit of rope tomorrow.
Yes, come on.
How long have we been together? All the time now.
I don't know. 50 years, maybe.
Remember the day I threw myself into the Rhone?
We were grape harvesting.
You fished me out.
That's all dead and buried.
My clothes dried in the sun.
There's no good harking back on that. Come on.
Wait.
I'm cold.
Wait! I sometimes wonder if we wouldn't have been better off alone. Each one for himself. We weren't made for the same road.
It's not certain.
Nothing is certain.
We can still part if you think it would be better.
It's not worthwhile now.
No, not worthwhile now.
Well, shall we go?
Yes. Let's go. A dog came in the kitchen and stole a crust of bread, then cooked up with a ladle and beat him till he was Gogo. Gogo. Ah, and all the dogs came running and dug the dog a tomb, and all the leaves. 1, 2, 3. Gogo. Go. Then all the dogs came running and dug the dog a tomb and wrote upon the tombstone for the eyes of God. Leaves. Gogo. Gogo. And all the dogs came running and dug the dog a tomb. You again. Come here till I embrace you.
Don't touch me.
You want me to go away? Gogo. Who beat you? Gogo. Where did you spend the night?
Don't touch me. Don't question me. Don't speak to me. Stay with me.
Did I ever leave you?
You let me go.
Look at me.
No.
Will you look at me?
No. What a day.
Who beat you? Tell me.
Another day done with.
Not yet.
For me, it's over and done with no matter what happens. I heard you singing.
That's right. I remember.
That finished me. I said to myself, he's all alone. He thinks I'm gone forever. And he sings.
One is not master of one's moods. All day I felt in great form. I didn't get up at all in the night. Not once.
You see? You function better when I'm not there.
I missed you, and at the same time I was happy. Isn't that a strange thing?
Happy?
Well, perhaps it's not quite the right word.
And now?
Now? There you are again. There we are again.
Mm.
There I am again.
Mm. You see? You feel worse when I'm with you. I feel better alone, too.
Then why do you always come crawling back?
I don't know.
No, but I do. It's because you don't know how to defend yourself. I wouldn't have let them beat you.
You couldn't have stopped them.
Why not?
There were 10 of them.
No, I mean before they beat you. I would have stopped you from doing whatever it was you were doing.
I wasn't doing anything.
Then why did they beat you?
I don't know.
Ah, no, Gogo. The truth is there are things escape you that don't escape me. Now, you must feel it yourself.
I tell you, I wasn't doing anything.
Perhaps you weren't, but it's the way of doing it that counts. The way of doing it if you want to go on living.
I wasn't doing anything.
Now, you must be happy, too, deep down, if you only knew it.
Happy? About what?
To be back with me again.
Would you say so?
Say you are, even if it isn't true.
What am I to say?
Say I am happy.
I am happy.
So am I.
So am I.
We are happy.
We are happy. What do we do now that we're happy?
Wait for Godot.
Ah.
Things have changed here since yesterday.
And if he doesn't come?
We'll see about that when the time comes. I was saying, things have changed here since yesterday.
Everything oozes.
The tree.
Never the same pus from one second to the next.
The tree. Look at the tree.
Wasn't it there yesterday?
Of course it was there yesterday. Don't you remember? We nearly hanged ourselves from it, but you wouldn't. Don't you remember?
You dreamt it.
Is it possible you've forgotten that already?
That's the way I am. Either I forget immediately, or I never forget.
And Pozzo and Lucky, have you forgotten them too?
Pozzo? Lucky?
He's forgotten everything.
I remember a crazy man kicking his shins off me, and then he acted like a fool.
That was Lucky.
I remember that. But when was it?
And his keeper, don't you remember him?
He gave me a bone.
That was Pozzo.
And all that was yesterday, you say?
Of course it was yesterday.
Right here, where we are now?
Where else do you think? Don't you recognize the place?
Recognize. What is there to recognize? All my lousy life I've crawled about in the mud. And you talk to me about scenery? Look at this dung heap. I've never stirred from it.
Calm yourself.
You and your landscapes. Tell me about the worms.
All the same, you can't tell me that this bears any resemblance to Vaucluse, for example. You can't deny there's a big difference.
Vaucluse? Who's talking to you about Vaucluse?
But you were there yourself in Vaucluse.
No, I never was in Vaucluse. I've puked my puke of a life away here, I tell you. Here, in Med-Cluse.
But we were there together, I could swear to it, picking grapes for a man called, I can't think of the name of the man, and a place called, can't think of the name of the place. Don't you remember?
It's possible I didn't notice anything.
But down there, everything is red.
I tell you, I didn't notice anything.
You're a hard man to get on with, Gogo.
It'd be better if we parted.
You always say that, and you always come crawling back.
The best thing would be to kill me. Like the other.
What other? What other?
Like billions of others.
To every man his little cross, until he dies and is forgotten.
In the meantime, let us try to converse calmly, since we can't keep quiet.
You're right. We're inexhaustible.
It's so we won't think.
We have that excuse.
It's so we won't hear.
We have our reasons.
All the dead voices,
They make a noise like wings,
like leaves,
like sand.
like leaves.
They all talk at once.
Each one to itself.
Rather they whisper.
They rustle.
They murmur.
They rustle.
What do they say?
They talk about their lives.
To have lived is not enough for them.
They have to talk about it.
To be dead is not enough for them.
It is not sufficient.
They make a noise like feathers,
Like leaves.
like ashes.
Like leaves.
Say something.
I'm trying.
Say anything at all.
What do we do now?
Wait for Godot.
Ah.
This is awful.
Sing something.
No. We could start all over again, perhaps.
That should be easy.
It's the start that's difficult.
We could start from anything.
Yes, but you have to decide.
True.
Help me.
I'm trying.
When you seek, you hear.
You do.
That prevents you from finding.
It does.
That prevents you from thinking.
You think just the same.
No, impossible.
That's the idea. Let's contradict each other.
Impossible.
You think so?
We're in no danger of ever thinking anymore.
Then what are we complaining about?
Thinking is not the worst.
Perhaps not. But at least there's that.
What do you mean, at least there's that?
That's the idea. Let's ask each other questions.
That what?
That much less misery.
True.
Well, if we gave thanks for our mercies.
What is terrible is to have thought.
But did that ever happen to us?
Where are all these corpses from?
These skeletons.
Tell me that.
True.
We must have thought a little.
At the very beginning.
A charnel house. A charnel house.
You don't have to look.
You can't help looking.
True.
Try as one may.
I beg your pardon?
Try as one may.
We should turn resolutely towards nature.
We've tried that.
True.
That's not the worst, I know.
What?
To have thought.
Obviously.
But we could have done without it.
Que voulez-vous?
I beg your pardon.
Que voulez-vous?
Ah, que voulez-vous? Exactly.
Well, that wasn't such a bad little canter.
Yes. Now we'll have to think of something else.
Let me see.
Let me see. Ah!
Well?
What was I saying? We could go on from there.
What were you saying when?
At the very beginning.
At the very beginning of what?
This evening, I was saying.
I'm not a historian.
Now, wait, let me see. We embraced. We were happy. What do we do now that we're happy? Go on waiting. We think now that we're happy. We go on waiting. Now, wait, no, it's coming. Now, the tree.
The tree.
Don't you remember?
I'm tired.
But look at it.
I see nothing.
Yesterday evening it was black and bare, and now it's covered with leaves.
Leaves?
In a single night.
Well, it must be spring.
But in a single night.
I tell you, we weren't here yesterday. Another one of your nightmares.
And where were we yesterday, according to you?
How would I know? In some other compartment. There's no lack of void.
Good. We weren't here yesterday evening. Now, what did we do yesterday evening?
Do?
Try and remember.
Do? I suppose we blathered.
About what?
Oh, about this and that, I suppose. Nothing in particular. Ah, now I remember. Yesterday evening we spent blathering about nothing in particular. That's been going on for half a century.
You don't remember any fact, any circumstance?
Don't torture me, Didi.
The sun, the moon. Don't you remember?
They must have been there as usual.
You didn't notice anything out of the ordinary.
No.
And Pozzo and Lucky?
Pozzo?
The bones.
They were like fish bones.
It was Pozzo gave them to you.
I don't know.
And the kick.
Someone did give me a kick.
It was Lucky gave it to you.
And all that was yesterday?
Show your leg.
Which?
Both. Pull up your trousers. Pull up your trousers.
I can't.
The other. The other pig. There. The wound beginning to fester.
Well, what of it?
Where are your shoes?
I must have thrown them away.
When?
I don't know.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, why did you throw them away?
They were hurting me.
There they are, at the very spot you left them yesterday.
They're not mine.
Not yours.
Mine were black. Those are brown.
Are you sure yours were black?
Well, they were kind of gray.
And these are brown? Show.
Well, they're kind of green.
Show. Well, of all... I see what it is.
You see?
I see what's happened.
You see?
It's elementary. Someone came and took your shoes and left you his.
Why?
Because his were too tight for him, so he took yours.
Mine were too tight.
For you, not for him.
Let me see. For him, for you. I'm tired. Let's go.
We can't.
Why not?
We're waiting for Godot.
Ah. What'll we do? What'll we do?
There's nothing we can do.
I can't go on like this.
Would you like a radish?
Is that all there is?
There are radishes and turnips.
Have you no carrots?
No. Anyway, you overdo it with your carrots.
Then give me a radish. It's black.
It's a radish.
I only like the pink ones. You know that.
Then you don't want it?
I only like the pink ones.
Then give it back to me.
I'll go get a carrot.
This is becoming really insignificant.
Not enough.
What about trying them?
I've tried everything.
I mean the shoes.
Would that be a good thing?
It'd pass the time. I assure you it'd be an occupation.
A relaxation.
A recreation.
A relaxation.
Try.
You'll help me?
I will, of course.
We manage pretty well between the two of us, don't we, Didi?
Yes, yes. Come on now. Let's try the left one first.
We always find something to give us the impression we exist.
Yes, yes. We're magicians. Now let's persevere in what we've resolved before we forget. Give me your foot. The other pig. Now, try and walk. Well?
It fits.
Good. Now let's try and lace it.
No laces. No laces.
You'll be sorry. Now, the other. Well?
It fits too.
They don't hurt?
Not yet.
Then you can keep them.
They're too big.
Perhaps someday you'll have socks.
True.
Then you'll keep them?
Enough about the shoes.
Yes, but...
Enough! Well, I suppose I might as well sit down.
That's where you were sitting yesterday.
If I could only sleep.
Yesterday you slept.
I'll try.
No, wait. Bye, 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 bye.
Not so loud!
Bye, 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 There. Now, don't be afraid. Didi's there.
I was falling.
Now, it's all over. It's all over.
I was on
It's all-
top of
Don't tell me now. Let's walk it off.
That's enough. I'm tired.
Would you rather be stuck there doing nothing?
Yes.
Please yourself.
Let's go.
We can't.
Why not?
We're waiting for Godot.
Ah! Can't you stay still?
I'm cold.
We came too soon.
It's always at nightfall.
But night doesn't fall.
It'll fall all of a sudden like yesterday.
Then it'll be night.
And then we can go.
Then it'll be day again. What'll we do? What'll we do?
Will you stop that whining I've had about my belly full of your lamentations?
I'm going.
Where?
You'll never see me again.
Lucky's hat.
Farewell.
I've been here for an hour and I never saw it. Fine.
Adieu.
I knew we were in the right place. Now our troubles are over. That must have been a very fine hat. Here,
What?
hold this. How does it fit me?
How would I know?
I mean, how do I look in it?
Repulsive.
No more so than usual.
Neither more nor less.
Good. Then I'll keep it. Mine irked me. How shall I say? It itched me.
I'm going.
Will you not play?
Play at what?
We could play at Pozzo and Lucky.
Never heard of it.
You do Pozzo and I'll do Lucky. Go on.
What am I to do?
Curse me.
Naughty.
Stronger.
Ganakakas spirochete.
Now, tell me to think.
What?
Say, think, pig.
Think, pig.
I can't.
Oh, that's enough of that.
Tell me to dance.
I'm going.
Dance, hog. I can't. Oh, Gogo! 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 Oh, there you are again at last.
I'm accursed.
Where were you? I thought you had gone forever.
They're coming.
Who?
I don't know.
How many?
I don't know.
It's Godot at last was saved. Let's go and meet him. Gogo! Gogo! Gogo, come back, come back. Oh, there you are again.
I'm in hell.
Where were you?
They're coming there, too.
Oh, we're surrounded. Here, no, not that way, imbecile. There's no way out there. Here, quick. There. Not a soul in sight. Off you go. You won't? Oh, I can understand that. Let's see, now the only thing left for you to do is disappear.
Where?
Behind the tree. Quick, behind the tree. Decidedly, this tree will not have been the slightest use to us.
Forgive me. I lost my head. It'll never happen again. Tell me what to do.
There's nothing to do.
Drat. Here. What? You stand there. Don't move. Keep your eyes open and watch out. Back to back, like in the good old days. Do you see anyone coming?
What?
Do you see anyone coming?
No.
Neither do I.
You must have had a vision.
What?
You must have had a vision.
No need to shout.
Do you? Oh, I beg your pardon.
Carry on.
After you.
You first.
I interrupted you.
On the contrary.
Ceremonious ape.
Punctilious pig.
Finish your phrase, I tell you.
Finish your own.
Moron.
That's the idea. Let's abuse each other.
Moron.
Vermin.
Abortion.
Morpion.
Sewer rat.
Curate.
Cretin.
Critic.
Oh.
Come, Didi. Now let's make it up.
Gogo.
Didi.
Your hand.
Take it.
Come to my arms.
Your arm.
My breast.
Off we go.
How time flies when one has fun.
What'll we do now?
While waiting.
While waiting.
We could do our exercises.
Our movements.
Our elevations.
Our relaxations.
Our elongations.
Our relaxations.
To warm us up.
To calm us down.
Off we go.
That's enough. I'm tired.
We're not in form. What about a little deep breathing?
I'm tired breathing.
You're right. Let's just do the tree for the balance.
The tree?
Your turn.
You think God sees me?
You must close your eyes.
God have Pity on me.
And me.
On me, pity on me.
Gogo.
Ah!
Gogo!
What is it? Who is it? Is it Godot?
At last! Reinforcements at last!
Help! Is it Godot?
We were beginning to weaken, but now we're sure to see the evening out.
Help! Do you hear him?
We are no longer alone, waiting for night, waiting for Godot, waiting. All evening we've struggled unassisted, but now it's over. It's all ready tomorrow.
Help!
Time flows again already. The sun will set, the moon rise, and we away from here.
Pity!
Poor Pozzo.
I knew it was him.
Who?
Godot.
But it's not Godot.
It's not Godot.
It's not Godot.
Then who is it?
It's Pozzo.
Here, help me out.
He can't get up.
Let's go.
We can't.
Why not?
We're waiting for Godot.
Ah.
Perhaps he has another bone for you.
Bone?
Chicken? Don't you remember?
It was him?
Yes.
Ask him.
Perhaps we should help him first.
To do what?
To get up.
He can't get up.
He wants to get up.
Well, let him get up.
He can't.
Why not?
I don't know.
Perhaps we should ask him for the bone first, and if he refuses, we'll leave him right there.
You mean we have him at our mercy?
Yeah.
And that we should subordinate our good offices to certain conditions?
What?
That seems intelligent, all right, but there's one thing I'm afraid of.
Help. What?
That Lucky might get going all of a sudden, then we'd really be bollocksed.
Lucky?
The one that went for you yesterday.
I tell you, there were 10 of them.
No, before that, the one that kicked you.
Is he there?
As large as life. For the moment, he is inert, but he might run amok any minute.
Help. And if we gave him a good beating between the two of us?
You mean if we fell on him in his sleep?
Yes.
It seems like a good idea, all right. But could we do it? Is he really asleep? No. The best would be to take advantage of Pozzo's calling for help.
Help.
To help him.
We help him?
In anticipation of some tangible return.
And suppose he...
Now let's not waste our time in idle discourse. Let's do something while we have the chance. It's not every day that we are needed. Not indeed that we personally are needed. Others would meet the case equally well, if not better. To all mankind they were addressed, those cries for help still ringing in our ears. But at this place, at this moment of time, all mankind is us, whether we like it or not. Let's make the most of it before it's too late. Let's represent worthily for once the foul brood to which a cruel fate has consigned us. What do you say?
Well, now...
It is true that when with folded arms we weigh the pros and cons, we are no less a credit to our species. The tiger bounds to the help of his congeners without the least reflection, or else he slinks away into the depths of the thickets. But that is not the question. What are we doing here? That is the question. And we are blessed in this, that we happen to know the answer. Yes, in this immense confusion, one thing alone is clear. We are waiting for Godot to come.
Ah!
Or for night to fall. We've kept our appointment, and there's an end to that. We are not saints, but we have kept our appointment. How many people can boast as much?
Billions.
You think so?
I don't know.
You may be right.
Help.
All I know is that the hours are long under these conditions and constrain us to beguile them with proceedings which, how shall I say, which at first sight seem reasonable until they become a habit. You may say it is to prevent our reason from foundering, but has it not long been straying in the night without end of the abyssal depths? That's what I sometimes wonder. You follow my reasoning?
We are all born mad. Some remain so.
Help. I'll pay you.
How much?
100 francs.
It's not enough.
I wouldn't go as far as that.
You think it's enough?
No, I mean so far as to assert that I was weak in the head when I came into the world. But that's not the question.
200.
We wait. We are bored. No, don't protest. We are bored to death. Good. A diversion comes along. A diversion. And what do? We let it go to waste. Come, let's get to work. In an instant, all will vanish, and we'll be alone once more in the midst of nothingness.
300.
We're coming.
What's the matter with you all?
Help!
I'm going.
Don't leave me. They'll kill me.
Where am I?
Gogo!
Help!
Help!
I'm going.
Help me up first and we'll go together.
You promise?
I swear it.
And we'll never come back?
Never.
We'll go to the Pyrenees?
Wherever you like.
I always wanted to wander in the Pyrenees.
You'll wander in them.
Which of us smells so bad?
Pozzo.
Here, here, pity.
It's revolting.
Quick, give me your hand.
I'm going. I'm going.
Well, I suppose in the end I'll get up by myself. In the fullness of time.
What's the matter with you?
Go to hell.
You're going to stay there?
For the time being.
You'll catch a chill.
Don't worry about me.
Come on, Didi. Don't be pig-headed.
Quick, now pull.
Help!
Pull!
Help!
We have arrived.
Who are you?
We are men.
Sweet Mother Earth.
Can you get up?
I don't know.
Try.
Not now. Not now.
What happened?
Oh, will you stop it, you toad. Always thinking of himself.
How about a little snooze?
You hear him? He wants to know what happened.
Don't mind him. Sleep.
Pity, pity.
Ah. What is it? What is it?
Were you asleep?
I must have been.
Is this bastard Pozzo at it again?
Well, make him stop it. Kick him in the crotch.
Stop it, you crab louse! He's up! Oh, he's down. He's up! He's down. He's up! He's down. He's up. He's down.
What'll we do now?
Perhaps I could crawl to him.
No, don't leave me.
Or call to him.
Yes, call to him.
Pozzo! Pozzo! No reply.
Together.
Pozzo!
Pozzo!
He moved.
Are you sure his name is Pozzo?
Mr. Pozzo, come back. We won't hurt you.
We might try him with other names.
I'm afraid he's dying.
It'd be amusing
What'd be amusing?
to try him with other names, one after the other. It'd pass the time, and we're bound to hit on the right one sooner or later.
I tell you, his name is Pozzo.
We'll soon see. Abel! Abel!
Help!
Got it in one.
I begin to weary of this motif.
Perhaps the other is called Cain. Cain! Cain!
Help!
He's the whole human race. Dark came in the window. Oh, look at the little cloud.
Where?
There, in the zenith.
Well, what's so wonderful about it?
Let's pass on to something else. Do you mind?
I was just going to suggest it.
But what?
Ah.
How about getting up to begin with?
No harm trying.
Child's play.
Simple question of willpower.
And now,
Help.
let's go.
We can't.
Why not?
We're waiting for Godot.
What'll we do? What'll we do?
Help!
What about helping him?
What does he want?
He wants to get up.
Well, why doesn't he?
He wants us to help him get up.
Well, why don't we? What are we waiting for?
Feeling better?
Who are you?
Don't you recognize us?
I'm blind.
Perhaps he can see into the future.
Since when?
I used to have wonderful sight. But are you friends?
He wants to know if we are friends.
No, he means friends of his.
Well,
We've proved we are by helping him.
exactly. Would we have helped him if we weren't his friends?
Possibly.
True.
Let's not quibble about that now.
You're not highwaymen.
Highwaymen? Do we look like highwaymen?
Damn it, can't you see the man is blind?
Damn it. So he is.
So he says.
Don't leave me.
No question of it.
For the moment.
What time is it?
It's,
7 o'clock, 8 o'clock?
depending on what season we're in.
Is it evening?
It's rising.
Impossible.
Perhaps it's the dawn.
Don't be a fool. It's the west over there.
How do you know?
Is it evening?
Anyway, it hasn't moved.
I tell you it's rising.
Why don't you answer me?
Give us a chance.
It's evening, sir. It's evening. Night is drawing nigh. My friend here would have me doubt it, and I must confess he shook me for a moment. But it's not for nothing I have lived through this long day, and I can assure you it's very near the end of its repertory.
Oh,
How do you feel now?
How much longer are we going to cart him around? What am I, a caryatid?
You were saying your sight used to be good, if I heard you right.
Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful sight.
Expand, expand.
Let him alone. Can't you see? Memoria preteritorum bonorum.
What?
Can't you see he's thinking of the days when he was happy? That must be unpleasant.
We wouldn't know.
Yes, wonderful.
And it came on you all of a sudden.
Quite wonderful.
I'm asking you, it came on you all of a sudden?
I woke up one fine day as blind as fortune. Sometimes I wonder if I'm not still asleep.
And when was that?
I don't know.
But no later than yesterday.
Don't question me. The blind have no notion of time. The things of time are hidden from them too.
Just fancy that. I could have sworn it was just the opposite.
I'm going.
Where are we?
I couldn't tell you.
It isn't by any chance the place known as the Board.
The board? Never heard of it.
What is it like?
It's, indescribable. It's, like nothing. There's nothing. There's a tree.
Oh, then it's not the Board.
Some diversion.
Where's my menial?
Oh, he's somewhere about.
Why doesn't he answer when I call?
Maybe he's asleep. Maybe he's dead.
What happened exactly?
Exactly.
The two of you slipped and fell.
Go and see if he's hurt.
Oh, we can't leave you.
Well, you needn't both go.
You go.
Me? After what he did to me? Never.
Yes, let your friend go. He stinks so. What is he waiting for?
What you waiting for?
I'm waiting for Godot.
What exactly should he do?
Well, to begin with, he ought to pull on the rope as hard as he likes, as long as he doesn't strangle him. The usual response to that. If not, he ought to give him a taste of his boot in the face as far as possible.
There you are. Nothing to be afraid of. It's even an opportunity to revenge yourself.
But what if he defends himself?
No, he never defends himself.
I'll come flying to the rescue.
Don't take your eyes off me.
Make sure he's alive first. No sense exerting yourself if he's dead.
He's breathing.
Let him have it.
What's gone wrong now?
My friend has hurt himself.
And Lucky?
So it is lucky.
What?
It is lucky.
I don't understand.
And you're Pozzo.
Certainly I'm Pozzo.
The same as yesterday.
Yesterday?
But we met yesterday, don't you remember?
I don't remember having met anyone yesterday, but tomorrow I won't remember meeting anyone today, so don't count on me to enlighten you. Enough! Up, pig!
You were taking him to the fair to sell him. You spoke to us. He danced. He thought. You had your sight.
As you please, let me go. Up!
Where do you go from here?
Who cares? On.
How you've changed.
Whip. Rope.
What is there in the bag?
Sand. On.
Oh, don't go yet.
I'm going.
What do you do when you fall far from help?
We wait till we can get up again. Then we go on. On.
Oh, before you go, tell him to sing something.
Who?
Lucky.
Sing.
Yes, or to think, or to recite.
He's dumb.
Dumb?
Dumb. He can't even groan.
Dumb? Since when?
Have you not done tormenting me with your accursed time? It's abominable. When? One day, is that not enough for you? One day he went dumb. One day I went blind. One day we'll go deaf. One day we are born. One day we shall die. The same day, the same second. Is that not enough for you? They give birth astride of a grave. The light gleams an instant. Then it's night once more. On. On. On.
Gogo. Gogo, wake up.
Oh, please don't. Why will you never let me sleep?
I felt lonely.
I was dreaming I was happy.
That passed the time.
I was dreaming.
Don't tell me. I wonder, is he really blind?
Blind?
Who? Pozzo.
Blind?
He told us he was blind.
Well, what of it?
It seemed to me he saw us.
You dreamt it. Let's go. We can't. Why not? Are you sure it wasn't him?
Who?
Godot.
But who?
Pozzo.
Not at all. Not at all. Not at all.
Well, I guess I might as well get up. Oh, Didi.
I don't know what to think anymore.
My feet. Help me. Help me.
Was I sleeping while the others suffered? Am I sleeping now? Tomorrow, when I wake, or think I do, what shall I say of today? That with Estragon, my friend, at this place, until the fall of night, I waited for Godot. That Pozzo passed with his carrier, and that he spoke to us? Probably. But in all that, what truth will there be? My friend Estragon will know nothing. He'll tell me of the blows he has received, and I'll give him a carrot. Astride of a grave and a difficult birth. Down in the hole, lingeringly, the grave digger puts on the forceps. We have time to grow old. The air is full of our cries, 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 cries. But habit is a great deadener. At me, too, someone is looking. Of me, too, someone is saying, he is sleeping. He knows nothing. Let him sleep on. I can't go on. What have I said?
Mr. Albert?
Off we go again. You don't recognize me.
No, sir.
It wasn't you came yesterday.
No, sir.
This is your first time.
Yes, sir.
You have a message from Mr. Godot.
Yes, sir.
He won't come this evening.
No, sir.
But he will come tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Without fail.
Yes, sir.
Did you meet anyone?
No, sir.
2 other men?
I didn't see anyone, sir.
What does he do, Mr. Godot? Do you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Well?
He does nothing, sir.
How's your brother?
He's sick, sir.
Perhaps it was he came yesterday.
I don't know, sir.
Has he a beard, Mr. Godot?
Yes, sir.
Fair or black?
I think it's white, sir.
Christ, have mercy on us.
What am I to tell Mr. Godot, sir?
Tell him you saw me and that you saw me. You're sure you saw me? You won't come tomorrow and say you never saw me.
Ah. Ah. What's wrong with you?
Nothing.
I'm going.
So am I.
Was I long asleep?
I don't know.
Where shall we go?
Not far.
Oh, yes, let's go far away from here.
We can't.
Why not?
We have to come back tomorrow
What for?
to wait for Godot.
He didn't come,
No.
and now it's too late.
Yes. Now it's night.
And if we dropped him? If we dropped him?
He'd punish us.
Hmm,
Everything's dead but the tree.
what is it?
It's the tree.
Yes, but what kind?
I don't know. A willow?
Why don't we hang ourselves?
With what?
Haven't you got a bit of rope?
No.
Then we can't.
Let's go.
Wait. There's my belt.
It's too short.
You could hang on to my legs.
Who'd hang on to mine?
True.
Show all the same. Might do in a pinch, but is it strong enough?
We'll soon see.
Not worth a curse.
You say we have to come back tomorrow?
Yes.
Then we can bring a good bit of rope.
Yes.
Didi,
Yes.
I can't go on like this.
That's what you think.
And if we parted, that will be better for us.
We'll hang ourselves tomorrow, unless Godot comes.
And if he comes,
We'll be saved.
well, shall we go?
Pull on your trousers.
What?
Pull on your trousers.
You want me to pull off my trousers?
Pull on your trousers.
True.
Well, shall we go?
Yes. Let's go.